Natalie, welcome back to the show. Great to see you.
Thank you guys very much for having me back.
Clearly, I got the memo.
You did get the memo.
I have red. I do have red on. I have a belt,
Oh,
red
go
belt.
you.
Well, let's start with red. Let's start with red. What's the meaning of the color red?
Okay, so red is all about passion and energy and life and love.
I like how you said that.
Right? So it's all about Valentine's, but it's the first thing your eye goes to. So if you were standing, we would see your belt, which is great if you have a small waist or if you want to create the illusion of a small waist or something like that, then red is the great color to add.
But can it also work against you? Sorry to jump in, but can't that also work against you? Like times you shouldn't wear red?
For sure. So a couple of things. So first of all, you want to consider the amount of the color that you're wearing. Like a belt, you're not going to necessarily send the vibe of, hi, I'm here.
Hello,
I'm
coming
in
through.
love with
Yeah,
you
right.
with a belt. But if you're maybe wearing a full dress, then that's going to give a different vibe. So of course, the amount of the color is going to change the impact. But if you are in a boring meeting or if you're going to be presenting a boring subject, then red is a great color to wear.
To keep people awake.
Or if you are tired and need a jolt, then red is a great color to wear. If you're presenting a controversial subject, avoid red.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting, because red is typically kind of the power color.
Yes.
And when you are in the political world, of course, we see a lot of red.
Yes,
Whether it's
of
just a
course.
red tie
Of
or a
course.
red blazer on a woman. But
Right.
that's always very interesting on the color choice for who's presenting, as you say,
Yes.
in a political ring.
Yes, you see red a lot in political for exactly that reason. It is a power color. But for that reason, if there is something controversial, if I'm here and I'm saying, listen, I need you all to agree with my $100,000 plan to give me that after the show, then
Right.
like red is maybe not the best color because you're thinking, wait a minute, we need to back up a little bit and talk about
It might rock
how's
the
this
boat
gonna
a bit.
work. Exactly.
Okay, let's direct our attention over to our lovely model today. Her name is Diane.
Oh, good. I was going to call
Diane's
her Millie.
fantastic.
She's not very friendly, but her outfit looks great.
She is so just blah. One thing about red, because it is where the eye goes to first, if you are wanting to minimize something, like if you are fuller on bottom or fuller on top and want to minimize that, then that's not where you want to put red. But if you are wearing a full red dress, like, did we say her name was Diane?
Diane.
Like Diane, then the eye just sees the full person.
Right.
And so it doesn't have the same pinpointing effect of whatever that problem area might be.
Okay.
Diane, thank you so much.
Thank
Maybe
you
next
so
time
much.
you'll say something.
Or turn around.
Be a little
I don't
friendlier. I don't know.
know. Let's talk about
rocking
white.
the power color.
She is.
I am.
Let's talk about white, because this is really interesting, too.
Yes. So white is very much about clean, spacious, innocent. It does have a bit more of a modern or sophisticated feel. And funny thing about white, whereas red will make that's where the eye goes first, white can make something look heavier. So if you are fuller on bottom but not on top, then white is a great color to wear. So you want to think about how you work that into your wardrobe. It does make things, I mentioned, look more sophisticated. Actually, in my own wardrobe, I have this sweater in two colors. I have it in cream and I have it in a mint color. And it's so interesting how it looks so much dressier and so much more modern and put together in this than it does
the
in the
mint.
mint. They're the exact same sweater. There's no difference. But it just has a different vibe to it.
Okay, so in addition to the things that we're wearing on our bodies, you do have some accessories.
I
do
do.
the same rules apply when choosing your accessories?
They do. It's going to be a little bit less of an impact. I talked about if you're wearing a white suit versus a white clutch, or if you're wearing a red dress versus a red tote, then of course the message is not going to be quite as strong, but you are still going to see that impact. Because red is where the eye goes first, if you are maybe speaking to an audience, then putting a red statement necklace on or red earrings is good. Because if you're speaking, you want people to look at your face.
Look at your
Right.
face.
Versus red pants or red shoes, the eye is drawn down. So I
They're
don't
not
necessarily
looking at
want
you.
to, yes.
That is so
Isn't that crazy?
So
But now we know why
interesting.
Louboutin have red soles. 'Cause
Oh.
That's immediately what your eye is going to go to.
Yeah. Love
Okay.
it. Okay, let's talk about pink. And I was
Okay.
sharing this with you during the commercial
Yes.
break that I wear a ton of pink.
That's so good. I love it. Pink is warm, and of course, there is a feminine vibe to it, but it's warm, gentle, compassionate, which is great for what you do because you're all about being warm and talking with people. And pink is great. It does have, because it does have a feminine vibe, excuse me, if you are in the workplace, you do want to be a bit careful about how you work that into your wardrobe, especially if you happen to be younger than the majority of the people in that given office. You might want to limit the amount of pink that you have because it could.
Because you think of what's the movie Legally Blonde when she's
Yes,
like walking in with the perfume
yes.
paper and the pink suit.
That's exactly right, because it comes across as a little bit.
What color would you
frillier.
suggest wearing maybe for that first job interview or even like an internship? We're thinking of like kids, you know, getting ready to graduate
Yes.
from college, maybe going into the workforce for the first time.
Blue.
Blue.
Absolutely blue. Hands down every time. I always tell people
Navy?
blue, generally navy. You can go very dark to the darker navies if you want to go to the sort of the French blue, the newer sort of navy. That lends a trustworthy approachability and confident vibe, which
So essentially,
looks good.
what you're saying is my outfit would
is
be perfect for a
perfect.
scenario
Just
like that.
perfect.
Trust you.
Natalie, it's great to see you.
It's great to see
Thanks
you
for
too.
stopping by. Natalie
Thank you,
Weakly,
guys.
we love you. And to connect with Natalie and for more info, just visit HoustonLife.tv.